What up, y'all? It's your boy, right back at you with another shorty. Um, this one is about. I just got finished watching Class Action Park, the documentary on HBO Max about a water park back in the 70s and 80s that was up in New Jersey, and just all the crazy rides and all the crazy stuff that happened up there. And I never got to go to that place. I wish I did. I don't think I would have rode anything there. I just wanted to just see people actually do that crazy stuff. But it made me remember back to the days of Milford Mill Swim Club. Milford Mill Swim Club was basically right across the street from Milford Mill Academy. You come down Milford Mill Road, you get to Milford Mill Road and Washington Avenue. On one side of Milford Mill Road is Milford Mill Academy. On the other side is some houses along with Milford Mill Swim Club. So we as a high school, like we had almost our own. It was like our home, our own swim club. But I actually only been there maybe a handful of times. My first experience there actually was from McDonald's. We used to have our company. We had like a company picnic every summer, and our owner would have our company picnic at Milford Mill Swim Club. So it would be at like 4 o'clock or something like that. So if you worked, like those of us who were working morning shifts, I used to work the morning shift in the summertime. So I could get off of work and go down to the picnic or whatever down at the swim club. And if you had to work that evening, people would just take off so they could go to the company picnic down there. From what I remember, it was nice in there. You had the outdoor pools, you had the indoor pools, and then you had that lagoon back up in the back that I ain't never get in. Because people used to say all kind of stuff. It was snakes in there. Somebody said they seen an alligator in there. It was all kind of stuff. I never got in there. Then they had that big swing, like you could like swing off the tree and dive into that lagoon. Wasn't happening with me. But I remember the outdoor pools and the indoor pools. It was a nice place. From what I remember, like I said, I only been there a handful of times. Majority of those times it was either the McDonald's summertime company picnic, or I would go there because I had a guy that I was in a jazz band with, but he was in the FOP, and they used to have like regular like karaoke parties at Milford Mill Swim Club. So we would go there. We actually performed there one time. Our jazz band. It would be at night, and they would use like the indoor pools. So it's like 9, 10 o'clock at night at the swim club, and it would be this almost like a hall in there, and it's like right connected to the hall. Like in the next room over from the hall was like one of the indoor pools. So people would be in there like going back and forth between that pool and in the open area where we would be in there doing like karaoke and stuff in there. So those are the only times I'd ever even been in the indoor pools. I was usually, whenever I would go there, it would be in the outdoor pool. And plus, when we had those karaoke parties, most of the time I never even went swimming. There was too many people in there, and then it's nighttime. People been drinking, they drinking, and then diving in that pool. All kind of weird stuff happening in that pool when you got a bunch of intoxicated people trying to swim. Okay, so I wasn't messing with that indoor pool too much. But the outdoor pools with the McDonald's parties, that's when you would see me in the pool. But I was always interested to hear people's stories about their experiences at Milford Mill Swim Club, because a lot of people today don't even know about it. You know, they been closed Milford Mill Swim Club down. So it's like if you had never actually been in there, you don't even know about it. I don't know what it is now. I know they sold that property to somebody. They doing something back there. I don't know. I haven't been back there since it closed. And I was last in there like, this had to be in the early 2000s. This might have been 2000, 2001, 2002, something like that. The last time I was there. I'm not sure exactly when they closed it down, what year they closed it down, but I remember I was last there in the early 2000s. And it was on the decline then. It wasn't the popular place that it used to be, like back when I was in high school. That was like the spot back in those days when Milford Mill Swim Club was Milford Mill Swim Club. So I always, interested to hear people's stories about the time that they were there. It's almost just why I'm making this video, because I have, like I said, I've only been there maybe a handful of times. I've only been there maybe 5 or 6 times. And those were mainly either McDonald's, summertime company picnics, or karaoke parties at night with the guy with my jazz band. I might have went there once or twice with my friends, just going up to the swim club to hang out. Once or twice. But I've heard all kind of different stories about the things used to go on back there, particularly with that lagoon. I think a couple people actually passed away swinging off that swing into that lagoon. Whether they drowned or what. I think that might have been one of the reasons why they closed it down. Because just looking at that swing and looking at that lagoon, nothing about that seemed appealing to me. It just was not going to happen with me. So really, I'm just interested to hear other people's stories about their experiences at Milford Mill Swim Club. And maybe we basically probably introducing Milford Mill Swim Club to people who have no idea, have not even heard of Milford Mill Swim Club. These kids today, the kids at Milford right now, they don't have no idea that swim club is right across the street. They don't know nothing about it. It's only us old heads that remember Milford Mill Swim Club. So I just want to hear y'all stories about the swim club, y'all experiences there, what y'all saw there. Like I said, I ain't see much. I went there for cookouts and karaoke parties. So that was just a quick shorty right there. Milford Mill Swim Club. All right, I'm out.